Superstore's getting more
These are the
expensive.
tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Powered by Riverside.
Skippy. Or afternoon, I guess. It's not morning.
Good afternoon, you and you. Good afternoon, you.
Sorry, we had started recording and you had started saying something about some superstore. I think you were talking about Walmart, and then I cut you off of the intro. So, sorry.
My bad.
What's going on? I know it's our
it's-
first time with the intro, so
Yeah, I remember the first time I did a podcast. Yeah, no, everything is great. My apologies. How's everything with you?
good. All right, that's the show. I appreciate y'all listening. Have a nice day.
Thanks for all being great.
What were you gonna say? No, seriously, did I cut you off? Was that not for the show? Was that for off the air?
That was for us.
Oh, okay.
That was for us. Our one of our vendors has increased prices again.
Oh, that's to be expected.
It is. It was just kind of a big jump from what I remember last. So I guess I haven't ordered it for a while because I haven't needed it, but it was like a $25 jump.
For what?
Rob?
It's like $1 a pound. 25-pound cases.
$135 for 25 pounds now.
Oh, that's not a $25 jump. I think I was paying $125 last year.
I thought it was $110. Is what it is.
It is what it is.
Absolutely, it is.
Everything else is going up. Cost of shipping's going up. So yeah, I would be more shocked if their prices didn't go up.
So, absolutely, for sure.
It looks like the avian flu has gotten all the way down to the egg supply finally. So I noticed this week over last week, prices have doubled at my store.
Really?
Yeah. The penny, I guess, got 2 dozen of the penny saver in the cardboard box at Meijer. Because really the only difference between those and the other ones are the container they come in. One's the recycled cardboard and one is styrofoam. But yeah, they were $2.79, and last week they were $1.20 something. So,
oof.
Yeah. But chicken prices have seemed to start to they're fine. So, I guess it just takes longer to get to the eggs. Maybe we had a better stockpile of a surplus of eggs in storage somewhere.
Yeah, they're probably frozen from last year. I don't eat eggs, so
eggs are delicious. They're good for you. It's a good source of healthy protein.
So is meat.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Well, I'm not allergic to meat. I have an allergy to eggs.
You just have an allergy to early meat.
Yes, pre-formed or pre. Never mind. I don't know where to go with that.
I knew what you were saying.
Yeah.
You worked last week.
I did. I was more concerned about your vacation.
But why were you concerned about my vacation?
Oh, because you went to the chef truck.
Yeah. And luckily, Vegas didn't blow away while we were there.
Was it windy? Take that as a yes. Okay.
When we landed, we were informed in the forecast that there was wind warnings. So we got there Thursday. So wind warnings were in effect for Friday, Saturday, part of Sunday. Are you exercising your hand?
Oh, sorry. Chip clip. My bad.
We already got a little mouse on a pogo stick.
La Fiesta chip clip I got in Dallas. It's squeaky.
So
I'll put it down.
we Friday morning we got in our car. We took a road trip over to Alien Fresh Jerky in Baker, California. While we were there, I got an alert on my phone. Well, when I put it into the map, because we were going to go around the loop through Red Rock on the way back, got an alert on my maps that said, winter weather warning may affect travel. So, okay. So, yeah, they were expecting 4 to 8 in the next, pretty much starting when we drove through the next 24 hours through the higher elevations. We didn't see any of that snow, thank goodness. But definitely the wind was there in Vegas on Friday. Saturday, we drove out to the Grand Canyon, saw some pretty spectacular dust plumes through some of the lower level elevation flat areas on the way back. As we're driving back into Vegas, you could not see the strip, which is pretty unusual because you're coming down the hill and, 10 miles out, you can see a pretty decent view. And all there was a yellowish cloud over the city. When we got back to the parking lot, there was probably a 1/4 inch of dust and dirt on all the cars in the parking lot.
Ooh.
As I came across my TikTok later, it was probably yesterday when I started seeing that really fly through it was pretty horrendous and terrifying. There was white caps in the pools. So we had seen part of it when we were driving there was barrels and traffic cones everywhere, scattered along the sidewalks and in the roads, and apparently they had all blown there from all like different construction projects and stuff. So one of the casinos lost part of their sign. There was a sign hanging off a building in one of the areas. Yeah, it got pretty bad. We missed it, so the worst of it at least. So, yeah, Vegas was good. Didn't sell the trailer while I was there. So that's good.
Why would you sell the trailer?
Skippy, sometimes debts have to be repaid.
Okay, all right.
Luckily, we had no debts to repay, so
that's always a good thing.
It is a good thing. We won some money, we lost some money. Rinse and repeat.
So you broke even?
I came home with more cash than I went out there with, so that's always good.
That's just because you didn't spend as much.
No, I paid for a lot of things in cash with the winnings that we had. So,
oh well, that's good. There you go.
Yeah, gambling wise, I came out ahead at least. Ethan's beginner's luck lasted about a day and a half, and then he found out what the other half is like. So
he was trying to sell your trailer, is what you're saying?
I think he might have, if given the opportunity. He would have taken $20 to try to get back to even.
That's nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we had a good trip. It was a lot of fun. The chef truck was pretty cool. Yeah, really cool little area in there.
For people who may not know what the chef is, care to
tell them? So I don't. Jesus Christ, dude! What is that?
It's still the chip clip.
Throw that thing across the room.
Okay.
So Jon Favreau.
Happy from the Marvel movies.
Yes. Or a million other movies. Anyways, starred in a movie. I think he wrote it too. Called Chef, in which he was a restaurant chef that had a midlife crisis. Started a food truck, and that's the basis of that. Chef Roy Choi, who actually trained him for the movie how to do chef things, became one of his best friends. They started the Chef Show on Netflix. They ran for a couple seasons, I think. They cooked a lot of the recipes from the movie on there, and then celebrity guests, and which then turned into they started visiting other restaurants. Long story short, those two opened a food truck restaurant inside Park MGM in Las Vegas. that just opened a couple months ago. So I was super excited when I saw that and had to stop by. So got myself a shirt and a bandana for Chris. Oh, sorry, Chris. This is your present for when you get back. Surprise! That I almost lost 3 times because it was the first stop when we went out for the evening, so I had to carry it around for 7 hours in a little paper bag. Super convenient.
And when he went through TSA, he got a full body check.
Did not. My son almost did,
too.
But
and so the chef, the food truck that he opened was all about the Cuban sandwich.
Yeah, so it pretty much had most of the menu was items that they had throughout the movie on the truck. They even had the infamous molten lava cake as a dessert, which was a pretty big scene of the movie when he got fired or / quit. So
I haven't watched that movie in a while. Should watch it again.
I'm probably every couple months I'll watch it just to have it on as background noise, and still makes me chuckle. Cornstarch makes a great moisture wicker if you need it. So it's always good to have cornstarch on your truck for us gentlemen on those hot summer days.
Okay. All right then. So yes, I worked this week.
Oh, okay. Back to you. All right.
Well, you were talking about moisture wicking. I figured this would be a better topic.
Probably.
So yeah, we did our indoor Thursday, Friday. Friday was definitely better than Thursday. Anyway, we'll just forget that happened. People love burn ends. I should just do burn ends and ribs and probably sell a shit ton of them. The
2 things you don't make money on. That's what you should focus on. Probably.
I think I make some money on them. I'm not sure how you can do. I gotta figure out how to do burn end food cost.
Same way you did before. It's just brisket, right? You're not adding a ton to it outside of your normal brisket, so just extra sauce.
What is the point?
It costs the same. Unless you're not doing whole briskets and just taking the point off.
I'm just taking the point off.
Yeah, so it's the same price per pound as your other part of your brisket, right?
I'm selling them for 5 cubes for $10.
How much does 5 cubes weigh?
I don't know.
On average.
Quarter poundish. Third, maybe.
So that's where I would start. And that's kind of where how we started our whole thing last fall with our loaded mac and cheeses. Is we started weighing every one to get a good average. Started weighing the mac and cheese every time we made it to get a good average. We even started weighing some scoops of meat for sandwiches just to get a good average of where we were. Because every brisket's going to, even cooked, is going to weigh a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit denser or whatever. Yeah. So you go by average. So that's where I would start, Skippy, is, do up a pan of burn ends and then go through and portion everyone out and get an average weight per portion.
So that brings me to something you just said. So your burnt ends are the whole brisket?
No, but we cook the whole brisket and then separate the point.
Oh, yeah, that's what I do. Yes, yeah. Okay.
So it's the same price.
Just cook the point. Okay.
Yeah, your price per pound is the same.
So how do you feel about people that just do the whole brisket for burnt ends?
They're fucking cheaters. I mean, but we're cheating too.
Well,
because a burnt end is supposed to be the end. It's the edges. We're cheating by cubing up the whole point, and then, it's still not a true burnt end, in my opinion. I think the spirit of the whole thing was when they first came out. I think it was Arthur Bryant's, right?
Something like that.
He would put them on his counter, so they'd be cutting, slicing the brisket or whatever. They would trim off the entire outside portion of the brisket, put those on the counter for people to snack on while they were getting food ready.
In line.
Yeah.
Then
so that's the true burnt end.
For a lot of money.
Yeah. So that's the true burnt end. I don't think that if you're using the flat, first of all, I don't know how you keep them held together without the fat in there, the strands of fat to be able to hold them together.
Hmm.
Because it seems to me like they would just fall apart.
So I can tell you at the restaurant that I worked at, burn ends would come from a leftover brisket that wasn't sliced up yet. So if there was a brisket that was taken out of the cooler that was put in the sham to reheat, and it wasn't used, that would get cubed up into burn ends. Like the whole, I would cube up the whole thing.
Okay.
But then they would just, for service, I'd put them in a 6-ounce portion, would go in a bag. And for service, they take the bag out and put it in a saute pan with some barbecue sauce and just to rewarm it, which I thought was definitely cheating.
Yeah, it's so they'll hold together a little bit better that way because you're not doing a melting type of cook, on the. So we have a chat. We have a chat.
Probably somebody yelling at us about burn ends.
Nope, that's exactly what I thought it was going to be, Bubba. Shane, do you guys inject your brisket or use anything to try to decrease your cook shrinkage? No, I don't inject.
No, sir.
I don't have a ton of shrinkage on my briskets. I don't think. I guess I should start measuring.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I have the fat I take off, but that's about it.
Yeah,
Are you talking about Shane? Are you talking about like actual heat or raw to cooked, or what? Is it raw to cooked? I mean, that would be the only shrinkage I could think of.
So you're talking about your loss, your cook loss, versus is it shrinkage as in your brisket physically shrinks. So you go from a full pan size to something that fits in a half pan.
Interesting. Okay.
Which, if you're cooking by the pound, I don't think it matters if it shrinks or not. Or if you're doing service by the pound and you're doing a chopped brisket, I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Slices is that's where I've always been with yield. I think I can get better yield out of chopped brisket than I can sliced. But anyways, let's get back to your week.
Yeah. Then I went to the Michigan robotics competition at a local high school. Not really knowing what to expect. So pull up about 10 o'clock. Need to start serving by 11. I'm running the truck myself. One thing I have to realize is that the new trailer, a lot of things are on switches. So it got about 78 degrees in there, and I was sweating like a whore in church. I'm trying to turn on my fans that are remote controlled, completely forgetting that I have to hit the light switch first to actually, turn them on. But anyway, so I went in to use the bathroom facilities, and I walked through where the cafeteria is, and every table had snacks, like just piles and piles of snacks, food, whatever. And I'm like, well, okay, this might not be the best. And then went back to the trailer and was kind of just looking out the window, just hoping people were going to come up. People were coming up, looking at the menu. Everything's, they were saying, "Ooh, that's going to be good." So then I saw like Olive Garden deliver like 2 wagonfuls of food. And then I saw Hungry Howie's deliver pizza. Now, mind you, there was another food truck there with me doing burgers and fries, and then a coffee truck.
All good feelings, yep.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, we ended up doing good. We did 99 tickets in a 4-hour period and 5-hour period, left at 11 to 4. So the one thing I completely flaked on was drinks. I should have brought drinks, and I didn't because I'm not used to having the extra fridge inside the trailer now. So, yeah, I flaked on drinks. I could have done probably a few $100s more just on drinks alone. So we did about $1,700 off of basically 100 sales. So average $17 a person.
It's good. It's a good day.
Our top So this year's menu, we decided to add cheesy potatoes, or some people might call it like hash brown casserole or whatever. And I finally got the recipe right, and they've been selling like hotcakes. So I'm pretty proud of the fact that that's working out pretty good.
Good.
Almost to the point where I almost want to take off mac and cheese, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Cheesy potatoes are easy to cook. Mac and cheese just takes too damn long. But I can't take off Matt, so still working on my Steam table. Still trying to understand the ins and outs of it. I guess sometimes you always have to adjust the pilot light, and sometimes you don't. I don't know.
Sometimes you always do. Sometimes you don't.
Like, your pilot light's supposed to be really, really small. And for some reason, on the left side of my Steam table, that one bay, the third bay, is always like fire. And the other one's not so much.
That's a great visual for those that are watching.
So my feet were real warm off the heat that was coming off the bottom of that Steam table. But other than that, had a little poker game. Oh, about frickin' time. Sorry, I'm trying to. For people who don't know, Facebook seemed to be down for a minute, and I'm trying to reset I have a two-factor authentication where it sends me a code, and it's like the code that it's sending me is like 20 minutes behind. So it's like I don't even know which one to use now.
You probably don't need to, Skippy. Just refresh your Facebook page and try to log in again.
I did. I still have an authentication code.
Really?
Yes, I'm not lying to you. I promise.
So have it resend then, and just use the most recent one.
I was trying to do it from both my phone and the computer.
Well, don't do that.
Well,
it's a good way to get yourself in Facebook jail.
I got it. Okay, I got it. If you save this browser, okay, here we
go. Speaking of mac and cheese, we talk about our little food hall experience that we had in Lansing. We went to visit. What the heck was it called?
Smoke Shack.
No, the whole food hall.
Oh, the Lansing Shuffle.
Lansing Shuffle. Thank you. And we talked to a listener of the show.
Shout out to him.
What's his name?
John O'Brien.
Thank you. Tried some of his mac and cheese. He is using the pre-boiled noodles. So they're cavatappi. Skippy and I both commented on one interesting fact of these cavatappi noodles is they're stretched. It's like a spring that's stretched out and stuck. So yeah, they're a little bit. They're really weird. But flavor-wise, they were pretty good. Skippy, you had mentioned that a case of what?
So they weren't bad.
No, they weren't. And I was going to consider using them. Skippy had mentioned that a case of those was only a little bit more expensive than a case of the dry noodles. And then when I went to go look, I had noticed one small difference. The case for the pre-cooked is half the size as the case for cooked. Or no, it's the same, but the actual amount is half because noodles double in weight after you cook them.
Yes.
So basically doubling the cost of the pasta. And at that point, I was out. I mean, not that it. I mean, can my mac and cheese sustain it? Probably, especially on the fully loaded mac. I mean, on the pork side, yes. Well, let me do that. Let me figure it out real quick. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Where is that tab? Let's see what happens if I go to there. Oops. I didn't want to do that yet. Why does that not do anything? Ruh-roh.
I don't 69 know.
Total weight. Why does that not change? Huh. Oh, because I don't actually have a thing set up for that. Well, then I guess I have to do old-fashioned math. Sorry, folks.
Oh,
Thought this was
jeez.
going to be much cooler and slicker than it was. Apparently, I didn't have a formula set up for one spot. So if I do, so let's okay. Okay. So is a dollar?
Folks, he doesn't even know what's going on right now.
I don't, not at all. So it's about $1 per serving of mac and cheese for my loaded mac and cheese versus about
Currently?
$1.85 per serving, just for the mac and cheese portion of it, not the. So yeah. So my cost per pound goes from $1.15. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Jesus. Okay,
Oh,
from
boy.
$1.15 to $1.58. So 50 cents, 40 cents more a serving per pound, which I know isn't a huge amount. I mean,
Well,
is it
every
worth?
little bit helps.
Is the $20 worth the hour I'm saving?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
So $20 a day, so that's $6,000 more a year.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, not really. $4,000 because I'm only open 200 days. But I think there is probably instances that I would use it. If we have a huge event coming up where we want to do extra mac and cheese or something like that, where we want to do 3 batches or whatever, then yeah, I think we would probably, at that point, it saves enough time that we can work on prepping other things. So, and it would make it a whole lot easier to be able to prep on site at that point too.
Yeah.
So if we were at a big all-day festival,
Oh.
there is potential that we could do a batch of mac and cheese halfway through the day on the truck. Where right now we can't. It's just not feasible to do noodles and have 8 pans of noodles sitting out to then do the cheese sauce. And no, we can't do it both at the same time because we don't have the stovetop anymore. And I wouldn't have done that even with the stovetop because it gets way too damn hot in the trailer.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, so yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a good. I think the quality of the product is fine.
So you're saying use it in a pinch?
For me, yes, because I don't want to take the hit on the food costs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's almost what? So 50 cents. So I go from $1.15 to $1.58. You're looking at a 45% increase in cost per pound of mac and cheese.
Yeah. No, I see that.
So, yeah, for me, it's not worth it unless I'm going to do a lot of mac and cheese where I need to turn out a whole bunch. Then I see it being worthwhile. So, for me,
Gotcha.
but yeah, food was pretty good at the. He's still tinkering with the smoker. But yeah, it was not bad. Barbecue sauce was tastes like ketchup. The barbecue sauce did not taste like ketchup. Only the ketchup tasted like ketchup. Sorry,
This guy.
This guy.
So
Honest
I
mistake.
thought-
It could have happened to anybody.
no, probably wouldn't have. For some reason, I don't know why, my taste was not tasted. He gave me some sort of red substance, and I did not think it was catsup.
I think it was
Yeah,
the
and it
the
ended
Mexican
up
food
being-
before it. The other
ended
food
being
we had
catsup.
before the barbecue was
So
the
Josh
problem.
is giving me shit because I thought a basic barbecue sauce was catsup. So
It was very cute and it made my day.
I'm glad it did. 2-hour ride just for that.
And just so that we have no more comments about whether or not Skippy paid up on his bet, he finally did. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. My son appreciated it. The extra cash, Ola, to gamble.
Yeah, my wife's like, because she sent it. My wife's like, "Why are you sending his son $100 birthday present?" She's like, "That's kind of creepy." I'm like, well, if only you knew.
Seemed inappropriate to put hookers and below, so
Well, I figured $100 would at least buy nothing. Um, yes. So, what are you most excited about this year? This coming year? Anything? Anything exciting?
no. Like excited. I don't know.
The fact that we might have like 6-degree weather by the time you open?
That is well, no, it's going to be our first day. Our projected high is like 48, but not
Still.
rain and not snow. It's I will take it 100%.
I remember last
Yeah,
year you posted a video of hail or
it
freezing
was
rain coming down on your awning.
it
Speaking of
was
that,
that whole week leading up to our opening day. It snowed. I think 4 out of the 5 days leading up to our opening day.
oh,
And that was, yeah. I mean, it was. I think we didn't have consistent good weather until mid-April. So, yeah, I think I'm just excited about getting out there and seeing how people like the new menu items. Um, yeah, we hired another person, part timer,
okay,
out of Nuevo County, so a little further north. Semi-retired, former competition barbecue guy out of Tennessee. Thinking about opening up a little food trailer to do on weekends during his retirement and stuff. So um,
okay,
he said he'd be willing to make the drive down for a couple days a week. So um, it'll be a good fill in while Pam is retired until I can convince
awesome.
her to come back. Just kidding, Pam. I'm not going to convince you to come back, but you're
No, she'll
welcome
come to
anytime.
me.
So yeah, I'm just ready to go. I think.
That's kind of the biggest thing. Just ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to get back out there. I'm ready to. It's our first full year without having to make trailer payments.
Yeah, I mean that's
Trailer is 5 years old now, so it's kind
speaking
of
of
hold my breath
trailer.
on all the other things that are could go wrong.
What I noticed in your one of your trailer pics that you posted that you have a bungee cord around your awning next to your window.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Some zip ties and an industrial strength twisty tie.
oh, okay then. Okay, so all right,
There is
I'm
no
gonna get
bungee
that.
cord. Yeah, get your
I
facts
love
straight.
bungee cords. Do we think we're
Um,
gonna get that fixed?
yeah, eventually.
I know money's the root slash key to everything.
Yeah, I mean, we hit into this part of the season. I spent $33,000 to have some work done on the smoker in the off season. And then
Yeah,
spent $280 on a tire last week. It's all those little maintenance things that we got to get done and taken care of before the season starts. So um, we will roll without the awning for a little while until I'm comfortable spending that $3,000. So yeah, we were backing the trailer into the garage or into the driveway, and a handle of our roadside trash bin got caught underneath the awning frame. Pulled out that part of the awning and then snapped the channel that it was in. So, and then snapped one of the support arms, which we didn't
it just
know.
seems like it could have like it was just a freak accident. You
Yeah,
never thought a trash barrel would
I
just rip
see.
off
We
your
bumped it
awning.
before with the end of the trailer. I mean, they just kind of push off to the side, but it was soft enough that the wheels just kind of dug
Yeah,
in, and yeah, it just happened. And unfortunately, we don't have any lights on that side of the road at my house, like street lights.
yeah,
So it's very dark. It's very hard to see, and you know how it is pushing that. You can't feel it. It's not like you hit something. You
exactly.
know.
It's just there until you.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna get some lighting for the end of our driveway on that side just to make it easier for us to back in. It's only really an issue once we hit like the end of September when it starts to get dark super early. Um, yeah. lessons learned, but yeah, it's going to cost us like $3,000 for new awning. So
Well,
I think, it's all aluminum. I imagine it could be somebody with some expert welding experience, maybe be able to get us by for a while, but it's like, yeah. We
yeah,
got some tears in it. I mean, it's 5 years old. It's been used a lot. So it's got some tears and rips in it. So it's like, we could keep patching it together, but I'd rather it look good. Keep as much as we
true.
can looking good as we can. So yeah, I'm getting to the point now where I'm terrified of something going really wrong with the trailer. But try to keep up on our maintenance stuff, and um,
I mean, that's all you can do.
we'll have an appointment with our mobile trailer guy, probably in April, for him to come out and check wheel bearings and everything for us and make sure everything's good. And that's really the
Yeah.
thing I'm most worried about is an axle locking up on us or something like that. So
So, do you have the normal spring axles, or did you get torsion axles?
they're torsion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if that changes anything on mine, is having the torsion axles versus the spring ones. Current
Well,
trailer has a spring ones.
less stress on them when you're pulling or backing into spots and stuff like that. When you have to jackknife your trailer a little bit.
I do realize, by the way, that I have to, like, I went from a 4-inch drop on the current trailer, or on the old one, to, I think I'm going to have to go with like a 2-inch rise
Yeah,
just
it
on
sits
the
that much
new
higher.
one. It does, even though. So I beefed up in the off season. I beefed up the suspension on the truck. I put some, lack of better words, helper springs on it, even though they're not really helper springs. It's called the Roadmaster Active Suspension. Anyway, so I put 2 of those on, so that raised the back end another 2 inches up. And then when I put the new trailer on there, the front of the trailer still, we're not right now with a 2-inch drop. The front of the trailer does still sit lower than the back, and it's not really riding level right now.
I'm assuming this comment is from Keith Wright on YouTube.
Oh, hey, Keith.
There's some letters missing on his name. But Keith is the owner of Waffle Sticks and new this year a Froyo truck. I think.
Love me some Froyo.
Judging by the post that I saw, he said he just got new axle suspension and brakes for 2024. Money, money, money. All of it going out while we're not open, which is so cool.
Isn't it though?
It's it's my favorite thing. So,
And
the other things, like we have a wrap. I'm getting some wrap done to the trailer at some point in time. It's like, which we were hoping to have done this winter, but you have to pay for other things first. So, I think, that'll come this year too. So,
are you gonna do a wrap, or are you just gonna do graphics?
Yeah, graphics, but it'll be, a wrap doesn't have to be the whole thing. It's
because I was just gonna throw some graphics up there.
Right. Yeah, we're not. The whole trailer's not getting graphics. Part of the trailer will get graphics. Still considered a wrap.
I'm throwing chicken on the truck full time.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Doing quarters full time?
No, I'm going to do wraps, I think. So,
okay.
chicken bacon ranch wrap.
So are you going to have pulled chicken then? For sale? Or are you going to only do it?
No, no, because I have a chicken sandwich too.
Okay.
But, so I've been using breasts. Chicken boobs. Because they're actually cheaper than most of the other parts of chicken right now.
Crazy.
It's ugly. Actually, Walmart has like the cheapest boneless chicken thighs. But anyway, so I've been using breasts, and I can say I cook them comp style, but I just cook them in a pan with butter in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could buy a gallon of the imitation butter from Gordon's for like $10. Anyway, and then, so I'm not sure if I'm going to pull them, shred them, or actually just slice the breast up and just go with like strips, kind of. I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet. But pulled would seem easier. Probably less time consuming.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. Tomorrow's my opening day, so we'll. Tomorrow's my first roadside day of the year, so we're gonna figure it out.
Oh, my menu came over the weekend. My new menu.
Oh,
Here, let me go grab it.
okay. So what? Did we hold it up yet? Oh, for those who aren't watching YouTube, Josh walked away. Oh,
Good.
you like it?
What?
Do you like it?
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a good color. It is. It is. I think I haven't put it on the trailer yet. We're doing that after the podcast, but I think it's exactly the same color as the trailer.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is.
It doesn't
Yeah, I think-
look it from here, but
Because you got all the other light in here.
I
Yeah, it's going to be pretty close. I'll take a picture and send it to you when I put it out there.
and that's not good.
I don't think it's an issue because I think if the color matches exactly, it'll just look like there's lettering on the trailer. Right?
I mean, true that.
So Pam suggested that we put some sort of border around it, if that is the case, just to have it, separate
Pam,
itself a little
Pam
bit.
is a smart woman.
She is, yeah.
I would definitely think about doing that, but
So
kind of
we'll
is
see.
what it is now.
We'll see how close the color actually is, but I think it's much more readable than it was before. So-
I ordered my menu board from Vistaprint yesterday. It should be here tomorrow. Probably after I go out.
Yeah.
So
You
probably
get all
won't
your
have
stuff from Vistaprint
yeah, kind of.
for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. They're quick.
Yeah.
They normally have coupon codes for like 20% off or something. So yeah, so I did this on Sunday and it should be here tomorrow. But again, like I said, of course, it will be here tomorrow, and I won't be here to receive it. So I'll have to print out some menus and just kind of post them on the trailer like Bubba does. I have. What else did I have? Yeah, my buddy came over on Sunday and assisted me with some problem things that I didn't know how to fix. So I now have a radio/speaker system in the new trailer. And no matter what I did, the interior speakers and the exterior speakers, I couldn't get the exterior speakers working in unison. It's like I could only do like the fade, like the front to back. So the two speakers out front, or not out front, but up front, one by the sink and one by the outside front, and then the other ones that I'd have to. I was playing music on Saturday, and it was like the reverb was so bad because I had to pump it up so loud just so it could go through. So we basically took the stereo out and then rewired it. So now my front speakers work by themselves. The interior speakers work by themselves. I don't have to worry about loud reverbs anymore. And then I went to turn on the fan inside my air conditioning unit, and you could hear it wanting to go or wanting to start, but nothing would happen. So we had to take the shroud off or the plastic piece. My buddy stuck his hand up there because that's what he does. And just moved the fan around. He's like, I think your fan is seized up. I'm like, it's brand freaking new. So he's like, moves it and gets it spinning, and he's like, turn it on. So I turned it on and made all those bad noises, and then it suddenly decided to work. So I asked for an air conditioning / heating unit with a thermostat, like you have. You have a thermostat on your wall, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's on the AC unit by itself. And it controls via an app, which once I walk out of the trailer, the Bluetooth doesn't work. So I have to keep my phone in the trailer to be able to keep it going, which is flipping weird.
So what you need in your trailer is a dedicated device, like
Pretty
a
much.
like a little tablet. And that,
Like
because I'm guessing your music runs off of like Spotify or whatever.
It's a radio too and all that sort of
Okay.
stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Duke said
Duke.
just buy a cheap ass tablet.
Well, I don't have a cheap ass one, but I had an iPad that I already used, so
Yeah,
I think we're gonna
you can
keep
get
that
like a
in there.
little. Yeah, you can get like a little one for like $30.
But what pisses me off about the Bluetooth connectivity is that I'll drive in the driveway and I'll lose Bluetooth out of my truck because I'll automatically try to connect to the trailer. I'm like, then my phone call is playing through the speakers in the trailer and I can hear it. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, you need to get yourself a little tablet for the trailer to be able to run that stuff, and yeah,
I'll do it.
I'll do it. I'm not gonna be happy about it, but I'm gonna
It's already
do it.
in there. It's already in there. The Flow works great. I ran it by myself on Saturday, so Flow was good. I'm gonna flip the warmer door, so the warmer door opens the opposite way of the steam table. I'm gonna flip it so it opens towards the porch, so it's easier to grab stuff out.
It's easy to do.
Yes, 4 screws.
Yeah.
It's gonna remove the hinge, flip it to the other side.